Hey! Hey there, kids. What's up? I hope you're having a lovely day. The sun came out. I'm very excited because I checked the forecast last night and it said it was supposed to rain for like the next 2 days. And I was pretty bummed about that. Rain's just not my thing. It makes me feel like shit. But yeah, the weather's not too bad. It's a little chilly. Just a little bit. It's not bad. So I decided to come outside and try to get through the rest of these questions you guys have been asking me, and I'm very excited today because I brought my paper with me. So there won't be, hopefully, too much. Ooh, did you hear that gunshot? Scares me every time. So, yeah, hopefully there won't be too much stalling and, well, I can't promise, you know, there won't be a lot of stuttering because that tends to happen, but excuse me. Also, my nose is like crazy runny today, so I'm really sniffly. I apologize if that kind of turns you off or whatever, but alright, let's see, my questions. Do I want kids? I absolutely want kids. I love kids. I have tons of cousins and nieces and nephews, and I've got 2 godkids, and I love them with every fiber of my being. They light up my life, as cliche as that is, but yeah, I want kids. I want to have them, and I want to adopt them, and I'm pretty excited about it, about spoiling them rotten, and I'm also excited about yeah, I'm just generally excited for the next generation because I feel like things are getting better in some ways as far as acceptance goes, and I feel like if we just keep continuing to preach acceptance to the next generation, that things will get even better, and I'm excited to teach my kids to love people instead of hating them. So yeah, I love babies. Oh my God, did you please tell me you heard that? It happens all the time out here. I live, you know, smack dab in the middle of 2 farms out here in Pennsylvania, so there's a lot of gunshots going on. I don't like it at all. And then I start feeling sad because I hope, you know, that whoever is shooting is doing some kind of target practice, and then I get depressed thinking, like, what if they just killed like a little bunny rabbit or something, and it makes me want to cry. So anyway, next question. Do I think musicals are cheesy? Absolutely not. If I did, I wouldn't be such a gleek. But I grew up on musicals. My mom always had, you know, the classics on, and I grew up with Audrey Hepburn and Doris Day and Frank Sinatra and, you know, Funny Face and Singing in the Rain. Paris When It Sizzles, I think, is one of my favorites. I don't know if that has any kind of following or if it's even a popular musical. I love it a lot. I'm dying to see Wicked. I haven't seen Rent live. I've seen the movie, which kind of bums me out because I'm one of those people who likes to see the originals first, you know, or read the books before the movies and all that stuff, but I love musicals. I have a station on my Pandora dedicated to, you know, Broadway songs. So, yeah. See, the last time I wrote a letter on a piece of paper, obviously this doesn't count. It's not, I mean, I guess it could be a letter to myself, but I write a lot of things on paper. I like to leave little notes for people, as I, you know, said in one of my other videos with the Post-its. I'm really big on notes. I just think they're fun. You know, it's a nice way to make somebody's day. I used to leave my dad little notes at the coffee pot, so he would have something happy to read before he went to work. But as far as letters go, I think probably the last real, like letter I wrote was my coming out letter to my mom. I had tried for a good 2 months to come out to her, and it would always start, the night before. I would be like, okay, Mom, I'm going to bed, and I want to talk to you tomorrow if you have time. Maybe we could sit down and have a conversation. And so she would bring it up the next day. Like, obviously, you have something important, you want to talk to me, what's going on? And I could never spit it out. And I would sit there and I wouldn't even stutter. I would just freeze. And I would just walk out of the room. And I couldn't tell her, this part of my life that I wanted to share with her so badly. So finally one night I wrote like a 4-page letter. And I put it in an envelope, and I stuck it on her chair at, like 4 in the morning, and I went to bed, and I woke up, and things were really extremely uncomfortable. And it was like that for a couple months, but she got over it. She still loves me, and everything's good now. So that's the last, like, letter, that I wrote. I love a pen pal, honestly. I don't think people really appreciate, snail mail anymore. Not when you can text. Yeah, I love writing. I love writing letters. My handwriting looks like chicken. That worked out well. Looks like chicken scratch, but I still like writing. Just because it's ugly doesn't mean that the words aren't beautiful. Just saying. This is making me very anxious, these gunshots. I'm kind of worried that maybe they'll think I'm some kind of wild animal and shoot me. That would be bad. Let's see, and the last question I'm going to answer on this video, because I'm at 7.5 minutes, is, have I ever had a near-death experience? Hold on one second. Oh my god, I just leaned into a spider web. Anyway. Sorry. Near-death, that could have been a near-death experience, I'm telling you. I mean, I could have died just now. If that had been a Black Widow, I'd be gone. Just saying. I really haven't had, I got really high a couple weeks ago and thought I was going to die. But I don't think that counts. When I was like 16, I was driving with a friend at night, and seriously, I'm like paranoid I'm gonna get shot. But I was driving with a friend, and it was like 2 in the morning. It was really late. Nobody was on the road. But I told you I'm sniffly. Nobody was on the road, and we were going to his house to hang out, and there was, like you're driving, and I'm not good at explaining things at all, so I'm sorry. But we had a yield, the flashing yellow yield lights, and we were at an intersection, obviously, and the other way, because we were going like this, and then the other way had the blinking red lights, so they were supposed to stop. And they didn't stop, needless to say. And I honestly, at the time, I don't know how my friend maneuvered the car and thought so quickly, because if I had been driving, we'd been dead. But he didn't hit us. It was especially scary because I was in the passenger seat and he was coming. My head probably would have exploded, and But yeah, it was terrifying. It was terrifying. It was awful. But yeah, that's about it as far as, I guess I've been lucky as far as near-death experiences go. I'm going to, I think I have 2 or 3 more questions that I'm going to answer in a separate video whenever I get around to it. But I'm in a much better mood now after talking to you guys. I woke up and, oh God, I wanted to die. I felt awful. It was freezing in my room. I didn't want to get up. Anyway, I didn't want to get out of bed. I was so cold. Somehow I had kicked off my socks in my sleep, as I usually do. But, no, and I went to bed around like 4:30 or 5 in the morning because I couldn't sleep. And I ended up waking up at like 9 or 10 this morning, and I felt awful. My back was all achy, and I had a headache, and I looked outside, and it's like drizzling, and it was just such a bummer, you know? I wasn't impressed at all. But, oh, can I also say I got some lovely messages last night. They, like, I went to bed last night, well, when I attempted to go to bed for the first time, around 2, I was, like, in such a good mood. I was just giddy, and I had gotten these just wonderful messages. You guys are just you're so nice. And I really appreciate it, because I feel like there's way too much negativity, you know, in the world in general. And on Tumblr, I mean, there are sometimes I see some really sad negative posts, and they bum me out. And, you know, some of my followers get anonymous messages that are they're horrid. Like, I can't believe some people would say some things like that. And I've been lucky to not get any of those messages, you know, yet. But I just have to say that I really appreciate how positive you guys have been. And, yeah, I was just in such a good mood, you know, before I got frustrated because I couldn't sleep, and I was going back and forth from the couch to my bed, and I think I drank like 4 cups of tea, which didn't help, you know, me get to sleep, because then I just had to pee for like the next 2 hours. So, you know, if you're trying to sleep, don't drink too much tea. Like, I'd cut it off at 2 cups, because, you know, you might be relaxed, but then you'll be getting up every 30 minutes to pee. And anyway, I feel like I just want to keep talking. I don't really know what I want to talk about, but and then I feel like I should cut this off before things start to get kind of weird, you know? Like, maybe I'm going to say something and wish I hadn't said it. And I don't have editing software, so I would just have to post this video anyway, because I'm at 13 minutes now, and I'm not going to do it again. I mean, I've already spent 13 minutes on this one, but you know what I mean? So, yeah. I have to work tonight. I don't know how I feel about it. I have to say that I work at a deli, and it's not the best job in the world. It's not super exciting. It's kind of gross, actually. I mean, it's really gross, actually. But I have to say that I feel extremely this is not helping my peaceful, serene atmosphere. But, no, I feel extremely lucky every day that I have a job, even if I work like 3 hours a day, 4 days a week. But I feel extremely grateful that I even have a job in the first place, because with all the shit going on right now, let me tell you, you gotta appreciate what you got, because Lord knows what's gonna happen. So yeah, I'm gonna let you go, because these gunshots are freaking me out and I need to get inside. So yeah, thank you. I hope I haven't bored you to tears. I hope, like, in a way, I hope you're still watching. And then again, you know, I hope you don't feel obligated to watch this. Like, if you're getting there and you're like 6 minutes in and you're like, I'm not into it, just click the X, because I don't want to waste your time, you know? So, yeah, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.